We're so very fortunate tonight to have as our MC Jennifer Griffin. She's not only the best national security correspondent on TV, but she's also the best friend an organization like Cause could ever have. She's traveled the world covering the crisis in the Middle East from the Israel-Lebanon border, interviewing the Prime Minister of Israel, Ariel Sharon, and providing extensive coverage of the Southeast tsunami tragedy. From her own life experiences, she understands the challenges our wounded warriors and their families face. And as a cancer survivor herself, she understands the challenges of recuperation. This is her 6th year serving as our MC, and we're honored to have her in our Cause family. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our MC, Jennifer Griffin.
Thank you very much. This is always an emotional night for me. It's my 6th year hosting, as Pam mentioned. It's always an incredible evening. We've all been through a lot over the past 6 years. Somehow we've survived. But most of us, perhaps all of us, are a little worse for wear. One of the things that we hear over and over again is that a mere 1% of this country serves in the military and has fought in the current wars. We have families here tonight who have been asked to deploy to the war zone 5, 6, 7 times over the past 11 years. That is humbling. I've been covering these wars since just moments after 9/11 in Jerusalem, where we were covering terror attacks and suicide bombings prior to the September 11th attacks. But this year, more than any other, the war came home and touched my family more than ever before. In July, as I was en route to work at the Pentagon, I received an email that stopped me in my tracks. The 23-year-old son of my daughter Amelia's 4th grade teacher had just been killed in Afghanistan on foot patrol in Sangin province. Lance Corporal Niall Cody Sears attended Woodrow Wilson High School here in D.C. He had just deployed in February, and before deploying, he had come to my daughter's elementary school, where he taught the 4th grade how to do Marine PT. They were doing sit-ups together, and they did pull-ups, and they followed his progress in Afghanistan. I returned that day to the Pentagon in tears. I couldn't contain it anymore. Every death and every injury in Afghanistan is a tragedy, no doubt. In fact, I never have the heart to erase any of the casualty notices that I receive each day in my inbox from the DoD. I think if I keep them in my inbox, then I will keep their memory alive in some way, even if it means my email is constantly on the verge of crashing. Not only are there the deaths in combat, but there are also the suicides and the PTSD that we all know about now. According to the Army's own statistics, there's 1 soldier suicide each day. We must do more to help. Lance Corporal Niall Cody Sears' mother is here with us tonight. Susan, can you please stand so that we can honor you and your son? We will never forget your sacrifice or the sacrifice of Niall. It's when the war becomes concrete for your family that we all realize we cannot turn our backs on those who served and those who have lost everything. We've all lost something. Tonight we have so many heroes with us. Triple amputee Brian Anderson, who's a dear friend, and double amputee Colonel Greg Gadsden, who's become a great friend over the years. They will show us why there is reason to have hope and why life, even with its setbacks, can still be good. Dean Kamen will tell us about the incredible inventions he is pursuing to help wounded warriors, and Sarah Carter, another friend, will speak for the unsung heroes, the caregivers. I also want to mention another important guest tonight, Colonel Rocco Armando, perhaps our nation's leading neurosurgeon. In fact, my daughter Amelia, told me that, in fact, he's the world's leading neurosurgeon. He is the father of my daughter's best friend, and he has been working for the last 11 years at Walter Reed, helping so many tirelessly as they come out of the battle with TBI, and he's come up with such innovative techniques to deal with the onslaught of traumatic brain injuries. Rocco, please stand up so you too can be recognized. Rocco is very important to our family because his daughter, Madison, and my daughter are on the same gymnastics team. So I never knew that Rocco was the rock star that he is in terms of brain surgery. I just thought he was the keeper of the gymnastics scores at those endless gymnastics meets. For those of you who haven't been to a Cause dinner before, let me tell you a little bit about the organization and how it was formed. It was the wives of the class of '67 from West Point, the class that... Woo! Judy Caldwell, who's sitting here in the front row, and so many of those. You all know that the class of '67 was the class that lost the most troops in Vietnam during that war, classmates during that war. These wives decided that they needed to start providing care packages for those who were arriving at Walter Reed from Afghanistan, Iraq, and Landstuhl. I got involved in Cause because my brother, Connor Getz, now a sophomore at Cornell, he was a volunteer up at Walter Reed. He spent every Christmas Eve up at Walter Reed while he was in high school. He spent his spring break of his senior year in Landstuhl. My father, who we lost when he was 11 years old, would have been very proud of him. The money you donate tonight, and the auction, I believe, is still going on, and you have the bid pal, the money that you donate will help Cause set up and maintain the video libraries that you've heard about, the entertainment centers that go to the wounded warriors' bedside as they make their long road to recovery.